Yeah. This is that victory talk. I don't know about you, but when I hear that music, the blood starts rushing through my veins. Maybe that's all the caffeine I took. Maybe it's the nicotine patch I'm wearing. Maybe it's the Broncaid I took before this. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's that Victory Talk podcast. Let's get it. Yeah. You know what it is? It's that Victory Talk podcast. Oh man, we're gonna talk about victory today. And y'all gonna listen about victory. All right. I am your host, Big Brandon Carter, King Keto, the king of ketosis, Gymnasium Jesus, Jesus de Gimnasio para mi gente. And the Southside Savior. You know, can't forget about that. And I'm gonna be your host, man. We got a lot of stuff we want to talk about today, man. We want to talk about how to get some of this money with motherfucking trading. You know, I've been trading for like 5 years, going on 6, making mad money. And this is gonna be a trading masterclass, right? So if you interested about it, you want to know about it, I'm gonna show you how to do it. You know, and I'm gonna show you how to do it without having to risk your own money. That's a game changer. But I'm not alone. It's not just Gymnasium Jesus. I'm also here with the best podcast producer in the game.
Let's go. Super excited.
The best video guy. Video guy.
I like the title.
That's what you got to put on your resume. Video guy, man. Guy. He edits videos. He films videos.
Cinematographer.
He's a cinematographer. Straight out of Iran, the beast from the Middle East, Nima. Let's go. You know what it is, man.
That's the bomb.
Yeah. Then, listen, but this ain't just a sausage fest. It ain't just 2 guys. That's gay as hell. That's what y'all do. Y'all ain't got no bitches, right? We're also joined by Minovia. Beautiful Dominicana Senorita. My girlfriend manning the super chats, Queen Plantain. She was boiling some goddamn plantains for breakfast. I was like, what kind of shit is this? I had never seen it before. A motherfucker take a big ass banana and boil it for breakfast. Hey man, that's because she's from Dominicana. Comida para Dominicana. And she's gonna be manning the chats, all right? She's monitoring that shit. All right. So if like any of y'all get out of fucking line, she's gonna ban you, kick you the fuck out. I won't even see this shit talking. She's gonna be right up on it. All right. And she's gonna be reading all your super chats. All your super chats are gonna be read by her. So if you ever want it, a fat ass, big titted Latina to acknowledge you, leave a super chat. She'll read it. My lips is dry. Pause. All right. We got a lot we want to get into today, man. Look, first, I want to tell you a little story. You know, a lot of y'all know my origin story. It's like a low budget Batman film, you know. Father died. I had to get fucking 4 jobs, take care of the family and shit. And instead of fighting crime, I help you fight poverty. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a plainclothes Batman. Like a Batman dressed like a fucking the Batman dressed like a rapper who goes to the gym too much. And ain't wearing no costume. That'd be me. But anyway, part of my journey in my, Batman, he went out to go train with Ra's al Ghul, whatever the fuck his name is, learn how to be a ninja. I don't know. With the League of Assassins, he was training and shit. Instead of doing that, I got a bunch of jobs, and one of them was security guard at the Prada store in Soho. Sometimes they had me at Fifth Ave, but Soho was my home court. And I wasn't a good security guard, seeing as how I didn't guard anything. And I didn't keep anyone secure. But I was there. And speaking of not keeping things secure, one of my jobs was to open the door for people, when they come in or out. And to make sure people ain't stealing shit, right? But, I ain't give a fuck, right? And once I opened the door for this lady, I was like, all right, have a nice day. And it was like an older white lady. She looked like she looked like Aunt May from Spider-Man, but not like Tom Holland Spider-Man. I'm talking Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's Aunt May. Look like Tobey Maguire's Aunt May, right? Old ass bitch. Type bitch you see her, man, and you might think she need help crossing the street. And and not like that, not like the MILF category, like way older than that, like fucking grilf. Great grandmother. I'd like to. Anyway. Anyway, she looked like she was about to die any moment. Like she only had a few days. She looked like she only had a few days. And I opened the door for her, and she come out, kind of got a hunchback. She's, oh, thank you. And she walks down. She, I don't know what happened to her. I ain't give a fuck. Right? She walked out. And the only reason I remember this bitch is because soon after she walked out, the head of security, he came running down. This motherfucker sweating shit. He was fat. He was sweating and shit. And he came to me, man, that lady you opened the door for, she just stole a $5,000 purse. And that was $5,000 in 2008 money. Right? So today, man, that purse is probably worth like 20 grand. Thanks, Obama. And anyway, thanks a lot, Biden. And then anyway, he was like, yo, man, she just stole a $20,000 purse. And I was like, damn. Listen, and there was another security guard came through. I was like, damn, listen, guys, they got us. We got to do better as a team. They fired me not long after that. Which is a good decision. That's why they're a multi-billion dollar company, man, because they make good decisions like firing me. Because I was not good at that job. And the reason I bring that up is because it seems like I fucked up a few times and got fired. That's normal, right? But some people, they can't stop fucking up. And they had their jobs forever. And when I think of a person who can't stop fucking up and had his job forever, the first person that comes to mind is Benjamin Netanyahu. This motherfucker can't stop fucking up, and it's not anti-Semitism, man. I'm Semitism, pro-Semitism, whatever the antonym of anti-Semitism. I fucks with Jewish people, man. You know what I'm saying? I went to a Jewish wedding. I told you about it, man. I was trying to wear the tiny hat, but I couldn't keep it on my head. This motherfucker keep fucking up. And I don't even want to get into it, but it's like, man, when I saw them like kids starving and all that shit, and I was like, damn, man, it's just fucked up. And but that's not even the worst part. The worst part is my whole life, it seems, this nigga been saying that Iran was 2 weeks away from having a bomb. It's been my whole fucking life. Now, maybe this nigga don't know the difference between weeks and decades. Maybe it's a Jewish week is a decade. I don't know. I gotta ask my Jewish friends who I buy my jewelry from. Shout out to y'all. But this nigga Benjamin, man, he just keep fucking. I let a bitch steal a purse once. This nigga been wrong about the bomb timeline my whole life. Starting wars and shit. I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm not an expert at international affairs. And it's definitely not anti-Semitism. I'm pro-Semitism. Fuck whatever antonym is, man. I got Jewish friends. I've been to Jewish weddings. You know what I'm saying? I think my girlfriend listening, so I can't say. But like a long time ago, she about to type something. All I'm saying is, man, I fucks with him. it's just one that I don't fuck with, and that's Benjamin. That's Benjamin, man. I can't fuck with that nigga. Anyway, we got a lot we want to cover today, man. We're gonna talk about trading. That's what the focus of today's episode is, getting money trading. All right. But first, we got a few sponsors. All right. First sponsor is Wednesday. Oh, I'm sponsoring this shit. I'm the sponsor. The first sponsor is Wednesday. We're doing a live training where I'm going to show you how to make money trading futures. I've been trading futures for 5 years now. And I've been putting up some fucking big numbers. If y'all been following me on Instagram, y'all been seeing it. You can see it. If you can go to my Instagram, I got them little things. you can see it, like the highlight is just trading highlight. Go fuck with it, man. If you want to see what's good. But y'all, I'm gonna show y'all how to do it. And I got paid over $50,000 this month. I made over $50,000 trading. You know. Which I think is pretty good, man. Especially it's it's not even my full thing. It's not even my full thing, you know. And I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. It's gonna be this Wednesday, August 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Link is pinned actually in the comments.
Man. See, I fuck with everybody, man. Jewish people, Iranian people. I just want peace. I just want peace in the region, man. You know what I'm saying? Buy my diamonds from Jews. And I got Iranians. I got Iranians editing my videos. I might be able to broker peace. They need to send me to the region. You know what I'm saying? I fucked with Jewish bitches and Persian bitches. Let's unite. Next sponsor. Is a product we put together called Thought Repellent. This is the easy to apply spray to keep the hoes away. Because check this out, brother. After you watch today's episode, you might fuck around and start making a bunch of money trading the market. Then what's going to happen? Bitches, it's going to be all on you. That's cool until you realize that some of these bitches got nefarious intentions. Some of these bitches don't got. This may come as a surprise to some of y'all. But some of these bitches don't have your best interest in mind. Yeah, did you know that, Nima? Some hoes don't have your best interest in mind.
Damn.
It be like that. And how do you separate the gold diggers, the sluts, the hoes, and the thoughts from the good women? You know, good women who love Jesus or Allah or Yahweh. Fucking Ra, the sun god, Poseidon, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Who gives a fuck? How do you separate them? Thought repellent. This has been genetically engineered to repel the DNA of women who are thoughts, sluts, whores, skanks, skeezers, Jezebels, scallywags, and hood rats. All right. But this is funded. We think we're gonna have this out. we're 2 weeks away from having this out. 2 weeks. All right. But we need your help. All your super chats go towards the development of thought repellent. And I think there's been a hero who's already contributed to the fund. Let's acknowledge this brother.
We have Leo. Yo, Unc. My investments, which are almost passive income, are making me more than my job. I'm only working about 40 hours a week now, and I can stop working tomorrow and be fine. But I don't want to be bored. What do you suggest in figuring out what to do next?
My investments, which are I wasn't listening. Can you say it again? Like I was zoned out. One more time.
Yo, what? All right. Leo says, Yo, Unc. My investments, which are almost passive income, are making me more than my job.
Nice.
I'm only working 40 hours a week now, and I can stop working tomorrow and be fine. But I don't want to be bored. What do you suggest in figuring out what to do next?
Well, if I was you, man, I would see how much you can run it up, homie. Like see how much you can run them numbers up, right? Because you will get bored if you don't have if you don't have something to do, right? That's number one. But also, it's enough to live off of, but is it enough to ball, Leo? Right? Are your passive investments enough to ball? There's more to life, man. I would say you should set your ambitions higher. You know what I'm saying? Because if it really said it so, like your passive income is enough to ball. You know what I'm saying? Like go. Yeah, raise your ambitions a little bit, homie. You hit this level, which is an important level, man. You can live off your passive income. You good, man. You good for life if you can do that, right? But now it's time to ball. All right, let's get it. Keep going. All right.
We have Rayfoot Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Brandon, is mad bacon in your diet? How much do you pay attention? That bacon is pork loaded with nitrates and is processed.
I wouldn't say mad bacon. Yo, do I eat mad bacon? A queen plantain?
We need a better name. But
listen, that's
no. Back to
Nima
the
likes
bacon
it.
part. No, not
How did they got involved in this?
Nima likes it.
queen plantain. No, it doesn't even rhyme. It doesn't flow. No.
I don't know. Did you eat some plantains for breakfast or nah?
We're gonna answer this guy's question. His super chat.
Mm-hmm.
Mad bacon.
It's all good. You need to
diet.
embrace your heritage. Is what you need to do.
Stay focused.
How much bacon do I eat?
Not much, to be honest. You haven't been eating bacon because you've been cutting. But
I've been cutting.
That,
if I'm bulking, I'll eat bacon, but I just been cutting. Not because bacon is bad. It's just like too many more. The calorie to protein ratio is not really where I want it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm mindful of that. But in general, like, man, I'll eat some bacon, bro. I just got blood work in today, man. My shit is fucking perfect. So like, I ain't really tripping, man. You know, I ain't really tripping off that shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, bacon is just pork belly. It's just pork belly, and I eat some pork belly when I'm bulking, not when I'm cutting. I've been on a cut for about 2 weeks. Look how ripped I am. They can't see, but they will. Anyway, what else we got?
That's the last of the super chats. But the chat is,
But
they're giving me names though. We got Ryan with Queen Carter.
okay.
We got Santos with Reina Tostones.
Okay. Oh, not bad. Not bad.
I actually like this one.
Mm-hmm. I like it. What does Reina mean?
That's queen in Spanish.
Reina Tostones. It's not bad.
This one doesn't go because I don't do keto. So I'm not queen keto.
She don't know. She does not do keto. Whatever the opposite of keto is. Whatever the opposite. Yeah. Oh, Greg's not going to be here tonight? Motherfucker. All right, man. Greg, you've made a powerful enemy. All right. What else?
We all done for now.
All right.
Oh, hold on. We got Indy with the Jesus de Cocina.
Jesus, what?
De Cocina. Cocina is kitchen.
I like it. I like it. Fuck. Okay, hold on.
Leo said Queen plant titties.
Yeah. I want to show y'all something, but I forgot to bring it up. And we do this live. So this might take a second. Hold on. I want to show y'all something in this. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Play the intro one more time. I just need 1 minute to log. Okay. Sorry. I thought it was going to take longer than it did, but it's cool. Hey, man, let's talk about making some money. In this video, I'm going to break down how I made $50,000 this month trading futures. All right. I'm going to give you my whole strategy. I'm going to break everything down. So hopefully you can replicate some of this. So hopefully you can replicate some of the success in your trading journey. Or if you never traded before, maybe you'll learn what the fuck is up. So you can start getting some of this money with us. All right. So the best part about this is I didn't even have to use my own money. I used something called a prop firm. All right. And I'll break this down for you in a minute. Right. So here's how I did it. I've been trading futures for the past 5 years. I started trading during the pandemic. Thanks a lot, Biden. No. No, I started trading during the pandemic because I was living in Manhattan at the time, Upper West Side, 72nd and Broadway. And New York got locked down first, right? And couldn't do shit. Everybody was in the crib and I was in the crib. So I was like, all right, time to pick up a new skill, right? So I read everything I could about trading. I had never traded before. I read everything I could about trading, about 20 books on trading. This is the best. Oh, this is the best one, Trading in the Zone. Right. I took everyone's course. I bought every course there was, every course I could find, and went through. I probably went through about 20 courses. And first I tried trading stocks with my own money, right? And I lost money at first, then I made money, but when I was making money, it wasn't like enough for me to get excited, right? Especially because I was already rich, right? So it wasn't enough money for me to get excited, but it was something to do, right? It was something to do during lockdown. Like even the gyms were closed in New York. Then I started trading options, which was cool because I had more leverage. I can make more money, but there was like a complexity to it that I didn't love so much, right? And that's when I learned about trading futures, because futures had the simplicity of options, but with the leverage. I'm sorry, futures had the simplicity of trading stocks, but it also had the simplicity. But it also had the leverage of trading options, right? So I went all in on options, right? And I was trading with my own money. And I dug way deep into it. I did as much as I can. I developed a strategy that worked pretty well for me. And my first year, I made $20,000, like in a whole year, like $20,000, which it sounds cool. I mean, it's fine, right? It's fine, but I made fucking millions in my business, right? But it was a cool hobby. It was a cool hobby. Made 20 grand, right? And I just kind of treated it like a hobby for the next 4 years. I still fucked with it, but it was just a hobby over the next 4 years. Something I did in the morning, trade. I didn't really talk about it that much because I wasn't putting up like any numbers that were crazy. I stayed around the 20, 30. I think one year I made $40,000 like total for the whole year. Right. And that's when I learned about prop. But about a year ago, I learned about prop firms, right? Where prop firms is where you can trade with the prop firm's money. And you get most of the profit instead of having to put up your own money, right? And the one prop firm that I learned about was called, the main prop firm that excited me was one called Apex. Because with Apex, you can have 20 accounts at once and trade with that money, right? And you can trade with all of them simultaneously with a trade copier. So so my boy who first told me about this, he had 20 accounts that were each worth $150,000. That's about $3 million he was trading with. I didn't have $3 million in my trading account. So I was like, oh man, this is crazy leverage. So I got into it, right? I had him kind of show me what he was doing and show me about it. And it took a minute to get used to some of the rules. I'm going to talk about that later, how some of the rules can fuck you and how some of the rules fucked me over a few times because there's a lot of rules. When I was trading my own money, I could do whatever the fuck I want. Who's going to stop me? Nobody. All right. But with Apex, you got to follow certain rules in order to get what they call a payout, where they pay you out portions of your profit. And now I have been able to get payouts. So let me show you something. This is my Apex account. By going through, you can see it's. Oh no, don't. Oh yeah, my fault. I don't want you to see my fucking. Hold on. Good job, Nima. All right, I'm gonna go to it. Payouts. And hold on, not yet. I don't want them to see my number, my account numbers. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, it's fine. Right. So yeah. This is my I maximized the screen so I didn't want to show the account numbers because that don't sound safe to me. Right. So these were the recent payouts that were denied. Right. I had a lot of denied ones this month. A lot of because you can get payouts you can request a payout every 8 trading days. All right. And I had a lot of denied payouts, and I'll explain why these payouts were denied later. But if we go back to the ones that were approved, there's a lot of denied because this is for every account. There's a lot of denied payouts. I was profitable. All right, so check this out. But then we get to the ones that was paid. Boom, paid. Then back to denied. So so if you count all of those together, 19 of my 20 accounts got approved for a payout of $2,750, and that equaled about just over $51,000. All right, $51,000. All right. All right. Now I'm going to break down how I did this. Now it's not easy because remember, it's not like you're going to just be able to do what I tell you in this video and you're going to make $50,000 next month, right? It's not like that. I've been trading for over 5 years, and I've got lots and lots of hours of doing this shit, right? But I'm going to break this down for you. Right? Oh, And I'll tell you why my other payouts got denied. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. All right. So let's get into it. So I have the key to my strategy is important that I got 20 accounts that were $150,000 each. Right. So now I'm trading with about $3 million simultaneously. All right. And then I set up my chart in a kind of unique way. All right. So you'll watch other people's trading videos, other guys, man, they doing ICT, you know, and all this other shit. And I'm friends with a lot of guys. I'm cool with Casper. You know, I'm not cool with TGR. We got mutual friends though. I seen him out. He lived over there, like the building. One of his cribs is over there. Like I see him around and shit. I'm cool with these motherfuckers, right? But I just trade differently. I found something that worked for me. Maybe it'll work for you. Maybe it won't. Like straight up. Like this shit might not even resonate with you, and that's cool, you know. So the way I set up my chart, when I'm trading, I have 2 charts up. I think I can show them something real quick. Give me a second. Where is that? Oh fuck. No. Oh, I know what I wanted. Okay. So I'm trading. I keep 2 charts up. Huh? Yeah, you can show this. All right. So this is my trading setup. I have one computer that all I do is trade on this computer, and I work on my other computer, right? And this is a laptop, boom, and it's connected to this monitor. It's a vertical monitor, and that's for a reason, right? I trade off the 15-minute chart. So the 15-minute chart is right here. This is what I trade off of. But I keep the 2-minute chart up just as it's more of an indicator. And I'll explain that to you in a minute why. But I keep both charts up, but I trade off the 15-minute chart. And the way, now I know y'all seen me with some videos with the homie Casper, SMC. And he says he showed that he trades with no indicators because he's doing ICT style trading, and that's cool. That's my boy, you know. I was talking to him today. But I like indicators. I like indicators. And the indicators I have set up on my 15-minute chart are the 21 exponential moving average, the 50 exponential moving average. The most important one is the 200 exponential moving average, right? That's like my North Star, and I'll explain the strategy in a minute, right? The 200 EMA, all right? Then I have 2 other indicators. I have the RSI, Relative Strength Index, for you nerdy motherfuckers, right? But I change it. Its default is usually on 14. I put it on 2 because I want it to be super sensitive. I want to be super sensitive. All right. And I keep up the MACD. All right. And these are my indicators, right? I'll go over the strategy in a minute and why I pick those and what they do, right? But then I also have something called an ATM strategy because I'm trading with Ninja Trader, right? Ninja Trader. And basically when you place a trade, it'll have your take profit and your stop loss, right? Now, before, if y'all watch my other video on this shit, my shit was a little crazy. Yeah, just because I didn't give a fuck about the stop loss, homie. I had a 20 tick take profit, and I put the stop loss like as big as possible, right? I had the stop loss as big as possible, and I would just move it way down. I just move it out the way, right? And I'll explain why later, right? But I had to change that because that was why some of my payouts got denied. Because Apex wants you to have 5-to-1 risk reward ratio, right? So, you know, if your stop loss is 40, I mean, if your take profit is 40 ticks, then your stop loss can be no further than 200 ticks, right? 5-to-1 ratio. Okay. And that's what it is now. That's my ATM strategy. 40 tick take profit, 20 ticks, 200 tick stop loss. And I did that because before I had that shit, I ain't give a fuck about the stop loss, man. I ain't give a fuck about it because of the way I trade, right? And That's why those payouts got denied, because they didn't catch me doing that shit when they gave me the first payout. But then the second payout, I had enough bread in there, like a whole lot of money in there, and they denied that one. But they took a long time to tell me. So after I applied for that payout, it took a few days to approve, to tell me I got denied and why. Right. But by that time, I had already been trading that way during the next payout period. They got me. That's some trickery. It don't take fucking 5 days to fucking that was some trickery, Apex. It's all good though. I got you, man. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. But anyway, otherwise, this video would be how I made over $100,000. You know what I'm saying? But that's cool. That's what it is. So now my ATM strategy, 40 tick take profit, 200 tick stop loss. All right. Now. Now, here's my strategy. This is super unorthodox. All right. Most of y'all motherfuckers are gonna say it's crazy, and you're gonna say it's wild, and it's the experienced trader is gonna say that's not gonna work, right? I just like you to suspend your disbelief for a moment. Maybe shut the fuck up. Because if you trade with a prop firm and you ain't got over 50 grand worth of payouts this month, shut the fuck up and just listen. You know what I'm saying? Just listen, bitch nigga. All right. Here's my strategy. It's wild. Right. So the first thing I do is I pick a direction. Am I going long or am I going short? That's the beauty of trading though, man. That's actually the beauty of trading futures. You only have to, you basically got a 50% shot, right? It's like a coin flip, right? But you want to find an edge, right? So I decided, am I going long or if I'm going short? And the way I decide if I'm going long or if I'm going short is the 200 EMA, right? So here's one of my rules. And I didn't talk about this in great detail last time, but I will this time. So I look at the 2-minute chart and the 15-minute chart. The only reason the 2-minute chart is up to see if it's above or below the 200 EMA. This white line is 200 EMA. I make it thick. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of them thick white girls. I don't know. Anyway, they got to be on the same side of the EMA. The fucking 15-minute and the 2-minute and the 15-minute. They got to be on the same side of the 200 EMA, right? So as you can see, I'm looking for shorts. Oh, you might not be able to see it that well, right? Honestly, but they're both under. If sometimes there'll be okay. Sometimes it'll be above on one and below on others. That's when I just sit on my hands. And the reason we're doing this is because the strategy that I use is highly dependent on the trend and you being on the side of the trend. And if both of these charts are above, or both of these charts are on the same side of the 200 EMA, I feel good about the trend going in that direction because it's on a short time frame and it's on a longer time frame. I give the most credence to the 15-minute chart. All right. But that's the key. First, I find the trend and I base that off the EMAs on both charts. After we established if we're going long or short, I'm basically ignoring the 2-minute EMA. I'm basically ignoring the 2-minute chart. Now, all right, now I'm going short. So what the fuck am I looking for? Right? I'm looking for price to yeah, okay. So if it's under both 200 EMAs, I'm looking for shorts. If it's above both 200 EMAs, I'm looking for longs. But when do you take the long, right? I wait for a pullback. So if I'm looking for a long, I'm waiting for it to pull back. Where? To one of those EMAs or support and resistance that I've marked. So I'll mark support and resistance that I see. I'll mark it up. And if it bounces off some of the support, if I'm on a long, if I'm going long, I'm waiting for it to come down and bounce off support, waiting to touch support. Then I go long, right? Or touch one of those EMAs. Preferably they link up. That's when I feel super confident, when the EMAs and the support and resistance are at the same spot. That's when I feel super confident. And I feel super confident that I'm on the right side of the trend because the short time frame is above the 200 EMA and the longer time frame is above the 200 EMA. But I'm only looking at the 15 for the execution, right? I'm only looking at the 15 for execution. The sole purpose of the 2 minute is just to confirm the trend. It's almost like an indicator for me. This is super weird. I've never heard anybody say anything like this. If y'all heard another motherfucker saying this type of shit, then let me know who it is. I'd like to see their work, right? And I don't mean it in no diss way. Like I really would like to see what they're doing, because everybody else, man, these ICT traders, they got so many different strategies, so much shit. I'm just like, all right, man, cool, cool. But I make money doing this. Mm-hmm. When I do my support and resistance, man, I'm just what's on the screen. Just what's on the screen. I don't have to go back days or no shit like that. All right. However, sometimes I'll leave them to the next day. Save my chart, leave them the next day, and sometimes they'll be valid the next day or for days. Right. So here's the next thing I'm doing. If the trade goes against me, I will go. Oh, okay. When I make the trade, I go in one contract, right? One contract. But I'm using a software that copies my trades to all 20 of my accounts. So I have one leader account and a software I use called Replicanto by Flowbots. All right. It copies my trades to all 20 accounts. Okay. But I go in one contract, which really means I'm going in one contract on each account, which means I'm going in 20 contracts, right? And this, again, I may not mention this. This is only on NASDAQ futures. It's important. I only trade one instrument. And the reason is because when you trade one instrument over and over again, you get a feeling of how it moves. You start to know it better. You get what I'm saying? Over a long period of time, because everything moves a little different. Right. And I got a good feel for NQ, for NASDAQ futures. All right. Now check this out. I go in one contract. If the trade goes against me, I will have let's say I went long and the trade went against me. I will have more buy orders at either EMAs or other support and resistance below it. So I'm dollar cost averaging into it. My last video, somebody said that Apex doesn't let you. Nope. You can go right on Apex rules, Apex 3.0 rules. It says right there, dollars cost averaging is cool as long as you mind the risk to reward ratio. So it's all good. It's all good. And let me show you what that looks like. Okay. Here's the thing. Once I go in one contract, I'll move my take profit down. I'll move my take profit closer to my break even, because now I don't need to go as high to make the amount of money I wanted to make, if that makes sense. All right. So here's what one of these trades looks like. Let's go. Let me show you this. I filmed this with my Meta Ray-Bans because I'm not a fucking YouTube trader, right? So I don't know. I'm not out here with OBS on my screen and shit. All right. So I'm in the trade. I was already up. Okay. Okay. So you see, it's not the best thing. This is the 15-minute chart. You can see I have these buy orders stacked. I mean, these sell orders. I'm going short because they're both under the 200, right? I have these sell orders stacked, okay, on top of each other at support and resistance or the EMAs. Check this out. Okay, I'm in that trade. Boom, it went against me. I'm staying calm, relaxing, chilling. And then when it hit my, okay, now it just hit my other trade. Now I'm in 2 contracts. 2 contracts across 20 accounts. So I'm in this bitch 40 contracts deep. All right. What's going to happen? Am I going to lose it all? Well, let's see. I'm moving my take profit down. Oh, so I moved my take profit like in half. Because to hit what I wanted to hit, I don't need it all, right? Got it. Boom. And then it shot back down and hit my take profit. Boom. Win in trade. Easy money. So I made, around $100 per account on that trade. So what's that? Over 20 accounts, $2,000 in that amount of time. And what time is it? It's 30 seconds after market open, because I sit at my computer before the market is open, right? So this is 30 seconds, quick $2,000. Everybody's happy. Doesn't always work out like that. Sometimes you gotta lose. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just, hey, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Right? Sometimes it'll start moving in a way. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Right? But that's the basic strategy. It's super simple to me. It sounds simple to me, but maybe it's complex to you. Right? But to me, it sounds simple. Right? I find the trend. The trend is your friend. Trend is your best friend. Right? And I don't know. You find the trend. If you find the trend when you're trading futures, you almost got to fuck it up. It really gives you the edge. Anything can happen. To be clear, anything can happen. But if you find the trend, man, you're in good shape with futures. And that's why I use a shorter time frame and a longer time frame to confirm trend. I will not take a trade. If if the 15-minute and the 2-minute are on opposite sides of the 200 EMA, because I just feel like the trend is not confirmed. I just won't do it. I'll just wait. And what that means is some days I don't trade. Sometimes I sit at my computer for 2 hours and I don't trade. And that's fine. That's fine. That's okay. And another question in my last video, someone asked, how many trades do you take per day? I'm down to take 100 and I'm down to take 0. I take what the chart gives me. Now, you may be thinking, what about the RSI and MACD? Why the fuck you got that up? All right, let me I'm glad you asked, nigga. Let me explain. So I'm going to bring I can get out of here. Hold on. I'm going to bring up, I don't have NinjaTrader on this computer because NinjaTrader is on my PC and I'm on my Mac right now. So I'm just going to bring up a different charting software. I'll just bring up TrendSpider right quick. I like TrendSpider. It's kind of cool. It does this thing where it, as far as charting software goes, it'll draw trend lines for you. And sometimes the trend lines be hitting, man. Sometimes they be hitting. All right. So this chart looks crazy. I don't trade off this. This is just there. Yeah, you can show it. This just looks crazy. There's mad indicators on here. Don't just ignore this shit. You know what I'm saying? I keep this up on another fucking screen. If you look at my trades, I have 5 screens in my work setup. Yeah. And I keep this on one of them just to look, but I keep it on the 15. Ignore all these moving averages. I got to clean this chart up. But the reason I have this up here is only for the MACD and the RSI 2. Now, what I'm doing with the MACD? So there's another rule. I'm looking for, if there's a divergence in the MACD, I won't take the trade. So for example, this was happening in pre-market today. I didn't take a trade today, right? Because earlier in the day, both charts, my 15-minute and my 2-minute, were above the 200 EMA. I was like, all right, cool, let's look for longs. Now, this was all-time highs like all-time highs, right? But what I noticed is as it was going up, price was going up, the MACD was going down. And I don't take a trade if there's a divergence on the MACD, because in my experience, whenever I see a divergence, it ends up going down to the 200. It might blast past it. It ends up going to the 200 at some point. This very one is a 200. And so I just didn't take a trade today. I could have went short. A lot of some people in our trading group, we have a trading community called Victory Trades. Some people, I told them, I ain't doing shit, y'all. And this one dude, somebody went short at the open. Motherfuckers made a lot of money, which is cool. I ain't do shit. All right. And then when it went down, it fucked around. These are 15-minute candles, right? So it fucked around on here, and then I had to leave. And by the time it went below the 200 here, where it was well below the 200 on a 2-minute, I could have took a trade. I could have took this trade. Like this is exactly what I would have took, right? Bam, down here. However, I was fucking gone by then. Like I was doing other shit, running my business. I was running my business. Went to the gym with my girlfriend. You know, I was living life, man. I can't stay here all day, man. Wait till fucking noon, right? So I didn't trade today, right? Because all the MACD is here just to see if there's a divergence. Another thing, the RSI 2. Why am I got the RSI 2 up? Well, the RSI 2 is something I use. So I keep it on 2 because I want it to be super sensitive. If I'm looking for shorts, I want it to be oversold. If I'm looking for longs, I want it to be overbought, because you get the snapback a lot of times, not every time, but it's another form of confirmation, right? So if I would, so this looks like exactly a trade I would have took right at this fucking 200, boom, right at this 200, I would have took that for sure, especially because at this point it was overbought, and there was no MACD divergence at this point, and it was overbought. I would have for sure took that if I was at my computer, like 100%, because it would have felt good. You get what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing. Last time I did this video, a few people hit me up talking shit. And I get it. That's cool, man. It sounds unorthodox. I'd like you to suspend your disbelief. Backtest the strategy. Right? If you got Ninja Trader or some shit, download some historical data. Try it. Try it for a few days, man. Try not a few days, but try a few days of it. Like practice. See what happens. Just practice it and see what happens. Don't talk shit till you tried it. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk shit till you tried it. It's kind of like one of my boys. He was like, man, I don't like Latinas. And I was like, you ever been with one? And he said, nah. I was like, then what the fuck are you talking about? I almost choked this nigga. Don't knock it till you try it. And fuck around and end up like me, man, with one in your house right now. Anyway, don't knock it till you try it. And backtest it. Like, test the strategy and see if it works for you. I've had some people who just tried it and they said, yo, man, this shit works, and made some money. Made some money with it, honestly. You try it out. Right? Now, here's another caveat. One of the reasons this strategy works so well for me is because to develop it, once I feel like I had it, I practiced it. Meaning I would do what I told you to do. I downloaded historical data, like old data from Ninja Trader, historical data, and then I ran through it, a bunch of market opens, and I did it and I kept track of how many hours I spent doing this, and I practiced this shit for 200 hours before I started trading it with Apex. I did 200 hours of practice on this, right? Oh, I got another tip that's really good. I'm gonna tell you, but in a minute. I did 200 hours of practice on this, and that, like, maybe not only did it help me give me more confidence in the strategy, but it also made me better at executing it. Because you can have a good strategy and like not execute it well. You can have rules and a plan and not execute them, right? But I got into the rhythm of practicing. Now, obviously, fucking sim trading is not the same as really trading, right? But that don't mean you shouldn't practice, right? It's like telling a basketball player that a fucking shooting free throws in the game is not the same as shooting free throws alone in the gym. Yeah, asshole, but you still got to practice. Right? You still got to practice, right? If you want to get good at anything, you got to practice. And I've never met anyone who said I sit down and practiced one trading style for 200 hours in a row. Never met someone who did that, right? But I did, and it worked out well for me. Hey, here's a pro tip. This will really help me. Something really helped me. I bought this mouse. It's called the Mix Master, the MX Master 35, right? Or some shit. And it's Logitech. And what it does, it had these buttons that you can program. It got about 3 buttons I can program. This one here, this one here, this one here. And I programmed this button to be sell market, right? When I go, so I can go short from right here, like a joystick. Or this is buy market. So I can go long from right here, right? And this one's take profit. So I can just fucking get out of a trade or take profit whenever I need to. This shit is a game changer. Because I realized when I was doing my practice, sometimes I hit the wrong button, man. Y'all ever hit the wrong button? That shit happens. But now it's like I got a joystick. Sometimes it's like I'm playing Call of Duty in this motherfucker, man. When shit is moving fast and it's too fast for me to like place my limit orders, like I showed you, it's like boom, Call of Duty sniping, pew, 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 right? And then I also have a stream deck. It's a mini stream deck connected to my trading computer. I think you might be able to see it in that video I had up. Let me see if it's over here. Nah, it's not visible here. Anyway. Is it visible? Nope. I have a mini stream deck. It's one with 6 buttons. And I just programmed the stream deck. You got to do that with the hotkeys in NinjaTrader or whatever trading software. And I programmed the hotkeys so I have a buy market button on my stream deck, a sell market button on my stream deck, a take profit button on my stream deck. And most importantly is I have a button that moves my stop to break even. I have a button that moves my stop loss to break even. So sometimes when shit is going fast and I don't want to get out, but I feel good, I just hit that, boom, move the stop loss to break even. That way, hey, man, I can't really fucking lose except for like the commissions, And that's been super helpful. Those things have been super helpful. Listen, we're doing a free class, a free trading. Free trading on Wednesday, August 6th. And I'm going to break down my whole style. I'm going to break down how to get a funded account. There's certain strategies and techniques we've used to pass our evals fast, how to get funded account, because I'm not even trading my own money, man. It costs me like $30 for each account. And then maybe like after it'll cost me like $30 for the evals. And then once you pass the evaluation phase, I paid like 100 something for each account to get it activated, and then I'm good. Then boom, 50 grand. Right? Because I don't want to get the impression that this is easy or anybody's gonna be able to do it tomorrow, right? I've been trading for 5 years. And then when I came up with this strategy to work, that was something I felt like would work with Apex. I practiced it for 200 hours. And I timed myself. So it's like, that's not easy. That's not easy. But this free training we're doing on Wednesday, August 6th at 8 p.m. Maybe we can shed some light on it. I'll be here to answer all your questions. It's going to be live. And you can see if some you want to learn from. If nothing else, you'll learn a lot for sure. I'm going to break down my strategy even more and show you some people that, we've been working with in our trading community that's actually been successful, man. We got people getting, passing their evals and getting payouts. All right. And also, if you want to join Apex, right? If you want to join Apex, I got a little code in there. You go ahead, join Apex, use that code, start getting some money with us. All right. Let's get it. Yo, I think we got a super chat.
You don't.
Oh, that was just up there? It just said 1. All right, that's cool.
My bad.
All right. It's all good. It's all good. Yo, y'all see. Can you put a poll up, Nima? I want to ask. Yeah, I'm telling what I'm gonna ask. You guys get it ready. I want to ask you guys, if you saw both movies, what's better, Fantastic Four or Superman? Which one's better? Start thinking about it, because we're gonna. You got a second. Start get your poll ready. Let us know. Fantastic Four and Superman. No, nigga, Christopher Reeve. Yeah, the new one. All right, let's go, man. Let's put it up. Let me see. I want to see these results. Fantastic Four or Superman? Is that right? Is that real? Nobody likes Superman? Oh, it's coming in now. All right. Let's wait for some responses, man. Because I saw both, and I'm gonna tell y'all which one I like the best in a minute. But I want to hear. I don't want my opinion to sway yours. Y'all, let's keep that up for a minute. I want to do a movie review. I ain't never did that. Nima, you don't have a graphic for that because I just told you about it just now. So play anything. Balling or falling? I never did a movie review before. This is a movie review. Brandon Carter's movie review. I know a lot about movies because I've been watching movies since before most of y'all been alive. Nigga, I saw Bambi in the theater. You know what I'm saying? That's how old I am. I saw Little Mermaid in the theater, the cartoon, nigga. All right. So today we're going to be reviewing the Fantastic Four. All right. This is a movie about a family of fucking superheroes who have to save the world against a giant space monster man named Galactus. All right, now check this out. Some of y'all might have seen the original, the first movies. There was a Fantastic Four with Michael B. Jordan, right? He was the Flash. It made Johnny Storm black. All right, whatever, nigga. You know, there was another one before that with Jessica Biel. No, not Jessica Biel. What's that bitch name? She white. Jessica Alba. Jessica Alba's half black, ain't she? That's what I heard. Hold on. Let's make sure. Somebody told me that. we gotta ask Gemini. You know, I'll ask Gronk. Hold up. Let's just see. Put it on that unhinged. Is Jessica Alba half African American? Is Jessica Alba half African American? Elon Musk is fucking me over again. Is Jessica Alba half African American?
No. Jessica Alba's not half African American, you daft twat. Her dad's Mexican and her mum's got Danish, Welsh, German, and French roots. Fuck all African American in there, mate. She's a proper Latinx queen, so don't go mixing her up with some half-assed rumor. Want to know her fave taco spot instead? I'd say she's scarfing down carne asada while you're over here asking silly shite.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Who you talking to, man?
Oh, I'm talking to you, you greasy fuck. You want to rumble? I'll spit venom so vile, it'll make your ears bleed. Jessica Alba's still not half African American, and you're still asking dumb shite like a wanker who's got his knob stuck in a blender. Want to keep going? I'll roast your ass till it's crispier than a burnt taco shell.
And that's why we don't use Gronk, guys. That's why we don't use Gronk. A simple no would have been enough. I ain't like that at all. Anyway, so what the fuck are we talking about? Oh yeah, Jessica Alba. They saw that movie. Now the difference between that one, that's the only one I saw. I saw that one and I saw the new one. I ain't see the Michael B. Jordan one, right? But that first one was a little sillier. Like it was silly, or it was almost wacky, zany. You know, almost like they wanted kids to be into it. Man, I get that they want to sell toys and shit. Where like this one was a little, I don't want to say serious because it was definitely outrageous, but it was more, the tone was more serious, you know? And yo, I really liked it, but I was, you know, the people I was with didn't like it so much. I thought it was dope. I thought that the actors did a good job. I thought that the effects was dope. I thought Galactus looked good. I don't want to spoil it for some of you motherfuckers, man. All right. But I thought that shit was dope. My only problem, you know, okay, spoiler alert, nigga. My only problem with that fucking movie was, okay, if y'all watch the comic, I used to be a comic book nerd kid, right? So I know a lot about the comics. It's Fantastic Four to be specific, right? And Reed Richards is supposed to be the smartest man in the universe, like one of the smartest men in the world. It's like him, Tony Starks, and T'Challa. They like the smartest guys in the world, right? There might be another motherfucker who I'm missing, right? So the smartest man in the world. Okay, so Galactus was like, yo, oh, you got a magic baby in your belly. They went to holler at Galactus, like, I heard you trying to fuck with Earth, man. What's the deal? And Galactus was like, you know what? Oh shit, you got a motherfucking magic baby in your stomach. Look, check this out. You give me that baby, I won't fuck up your dumbass planet, right? I won't eat your planet, right? And they escaped him, and then they came back to Earth, and they said, yo, what happened with Galactus? What's good? And then the nigga told them that, oh yeah, Galactus said that he would spare the whole planet if we gave him our baby. I was like, nigga, why'd you have to say that? If you weren't going to give him the baby, you didn't have to say it. I thought you were supposed to be smart, Reed. Reed was supposed to be smartest motherfucker in the world. He should know that the whole planet would be mad at them for that. You didn't have to say it. I would have said that shit. Right? Maybe there's something I'm missing, but I just feel like that's a hole in the plot. Like the smartest nigga in the world would know not to say that. And you can still look past it, right? Because it was the world being mad at them for not giving up the baby was probably a smaller part of the movie than it should have been. But you know, you look past it. But I was like, yo, man, what the fuck is that about, man? What the fuck is that? But other than that, I like the movie a lot. Oh, we got the poll. So 60% of y'all like Superman better than Fantastic Four. And I am in agreement with y'all. We're all on the same page. So I saw Superman. I took my niece and nephew, me, my girl, we went and grabbed my niece and nephew, right? Bought them some school supplies, then took them and the school supplies into the Superman movie. That shit was dope, man. That shit was fire. I really fucked with it, man. I really fucked with it. I fucked with everything they was doing. I fucked with that whole universe. They had to build a whole universe, right? Because they started over. Because James Gunn came through and said, man, fuck all this shit Snyder was doing. That was the last Superman director. All this shit. Fuck this shit. right? And they said they started all over, and I liked it, man. I like they changed a few things from the comic books. For example, spoiler alert, nigga. I used to be a comic book nerd. Spoiler alert, nigga. The motherfucking Ultraman in the comic books, that's a Superman from another motherfucking universe. Like an evil Superman from another universe and shit. But in this one, he was a clone. Like just a clone for some DNA. I was like, all right, that's cool. I get it. All right, that's fine. All right. And I see where that makes sense. And then I also, but yo, this nigga, Mr. Terrific though. That fight scene Mr. Terrific had when he went to the army base, that might have been some of the coolest shit I've seen in a comic book movie in a minute. That might have been some of the coolest shit I've seen in a comic book in a minute. And I ain't got no criticism about this movie. I liked it a lot. I like the dog. The homie Crypto was in there. I like the Guy Gardner or Guy, whatever his name, that Green Lantern better than I thought he was. Hawk Girl was kind of like, we could have took or left that. I guess we just needed someone else. So fuck it, Hawk Girl. But yo, Mr. Terrific. And the only thing he sounded like, if you ain't watched the movie, go watch it again. Mr. Terrific sound like, if you seen Tropic Thunder, he sound like Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder. But it was good, man. It was good. I really fucked with it. I liked it a lot. Superman was way better. But Fantastic Four was good though. Like it's worth seeing if you fuck with comic book shit, you know. All right. So we're all in agreement. Hey, I think we got some super chats.
We have extra guac. Can you talk about Shannon Sharpe getting let go by ESPN?
Yeah. So our friend, Shannon Sharpe, he got let go by ESPN. They let him go, man. They relieved him of his duties. Right. And it was, just again, Shannon Sharpe didn't have thought repellent. Right. So he ended up with the wrong kind of chick. And that chick, allegedly, she sued him for $50 million, but allegedly, legend has it that they settled for $20 million. $20 million. She made a post after that shit came out. She made a post saying, "Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing OnlyFans no more. I'm not gonna be twerking on I'm not gonna be twerking on my camera no more. I'm good. I'm good." She got 20 M's, and man, it's like him getting let go from ESPN. I get it because ESPN is owned by Disney. Right? Disney can't fuck with no shit like that, Like Disney can't fuck with no shit like that. You got to be squeaky clean if you fucking with Disney. You know what I'm saying? So, and he probably can't go to Fox Sports because he got fired by them. What's left, man? He gonna be on that one channel in New York that only do New York sports. You know what I'm talking about? That motherfucker gonna be on WGN in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know what's left. He can't go to Fox. Is there another? I don't know. I mean, but, he's people fucking with him, man. He still got his YouTube. He got one of the top podcasts. He still got his two YouTube channels, right? He got Club Shay Shay, and he got the Nightcap with the homie Ocho Cinco. So he's gonna be all right, man. But look, man, I think it sets what's fucked up is Shannon set a bad precedence. Like, if he didn't do it, he should have fought that shit. Right? Because now bitches is gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? I would have fought that shit straight up, 100%. But I'm sure I don't know what his finances off. He did I'm sure he did a cost benefit analysis. You know what's crazy? His brother is getting inducted in the Hall of Fame, like I think next week. And I think they the first two brothers to ever go in the NFL Hall of Fame. That shit is crazy, right? I really looked up to Shannon Sharpe when I was in high school. So I played tight end And I was like, oh yeah, I want to be like this motherfucker. But I couldn't catch. So they would only put me out there to block. They wouldn't pass it to me. No, they knew better than that. But they knew I could hit a motherfucker. I also played defensive end. So I was always on the field. Offensive, tight end, and defensive end. Because I could hit people. I was good at that. And I led the league in both sack. I led my team in sacks and drop passes. That's an interesting stat. Not everyone can do that. You know? What else we got?
We have 2 G's with Hello Bob. And then we have Dar Fitness. Yo, BBC, I appreciate all the game. Thank you.
Hey man, you're welcome, brother, man. No problem. No problem. Glad I helped. All right. So I said in this episode we're gonna talk about trading. I know we did a quick movie review and Shannon Sharpe analysis, but I want to break down some more trading rules. Those how many of y'all are traders? Maybe put that poll up when you get. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let's get a second. Let's put the poll up. Oh, okay. No, she's saying just type 1 in the chat. Okay, we'll do. Yo, type 1 in the chat if you trade at all. Just type 1 in the chat if you trade. We don't have to do a poll because that takes too long. Oh, you put it, it's in there. All right, cool. Never mind. You can do it that fast, man. You like Neo in the Matrix, homie. You know what I'm saying? Well, what is it saying? It's 50%. Yes, 50. It's half and half. It sounds like all of y'all need to click the link in that description and join the free class we doing this Wednesday at 6 p.m. Because if you do trade, I'm gonna show you another strategy, another way to make some money. If you don't trade, I'm gonna show you a way to get some money. I've been trading for 6 years, man. Oh, it'll be 6 years soon. It's about 5 years. Yeah, man. My man had to skip the spoiler section. Okay, a lot of y'all do trade. All right, so the majority trade. All right, so boom, I want to break down something. Let's get into it. All right. I've been trading for about 5 years. I haven't talked about it much, but I've been putting up some way bigger numbers recently because I've been trading with a prop firm. Before I was trading with my own money, but the leverage I get from prop firms, I could just trade way more. And I've been putting up some big numbers. In fact, I got payouts from Apex Fund. I got $50,000 worth of payouts this month from Apex Trader Funding. I'm sure my video guys will put that on the screen. And I just want to give you my 7 rules. I want to give you my 7 rules that changed my 7 trading rules that changed my life. These are the rules that made me a profitable trader, right? And if you break them, you're fucking screwed. They're rules. You can't be out here breaking rules and expect to succeed. Well, okay, here's the thing. You can break rules and still win. It's still, because anything can happen. The problem with breaking a rule and being successful is that it trains you to break your rules, right? Think about how you think about how you train an animal, right? When your motherfucking dog does something you like, does something good, you give it a treat or something, or pet it, right? And then it'll do that shit again, right? But if your dog does some shit you don't like, I don't know, like shit in your bed, eat up your shoes, piss on your girlfriend, and you got to punish that dog. I don't know what y'all do to punish the dog. I never owned a dog, so I don't know if you hit him with a newspaper, fucking pistol whip him. I don't know how it works, but you do something to get him to stop doing it. The problem with breaking your rules is if you actually succeed breaking your rules, you are training yourself to break the rules again. And that's how you end up blowing your motherfucking account and losing a bunch of money, right? So here are my 7 rules that I don't break for nothing, all right? The first one, only trade one interest. Oh, only trade one instrument. This is for day trading. If I'm swing trading or something, then, you know, I'll swing trade anything, right? Because it's a little different. But when I'm day trading, I only trade one instrument. And what I trade is NASDAQ futures. There's a reason for this. The reason I only trade one is not because I can't trade anything else, but when you trade the same instrument, especially at similar times of day, especially at the same time of day, for a long enough period of time, you start to kind of learn it. You start to understand how it moves. You understand its proclivities. You understand things about it. You know, it's kind of like when you made love to the same person over and over again. A lot of times it gets better. And the reason it gets better because you learn each other's body. You know, you learn what they like. They learn what you like, and they can do it on command. They get better at doing the thing that you like. You get better at doing the thing that she likes. Right. And the sex can get better over time. Same thing with trading one instrument. Now, the first time you have sex with a new person, if you're a girl, you just, let it happen. You just do. If you're a girl, it's like whatever. The onus is on the guy to make the sex good, right? But if you're a guy, you can make love to one girl one way, and you can make love to another girl the exact same way. With this girl, it could be the best shit you ever had, and this girl can hate it, and they're both right? So that's why it's like sometimes when you have sex with a new person, it's almost you're trying to make this chick come. It's almost like trying to defuse a bomb. Because you only got a little bit of time to figure this shit out. You only got so much time to figure this shit out before you get bored. It's like picking a lock that you don't know the combination to. But once you've learned the combo, now you can do it all the time. Man, you can hit that spot all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with trading the same instrument over and over again. Right. So don't try to day trade multiple instruments. Pick one, stick to it. All the best traders I know, all my friends who are good at trading and made significant amount of money, all trade one instrument and one instrument only. I take that back. I do have one friend, one of my boys. He definitely does be trading anything. He's an anomaly. These are my rules, not his rules, right? So these are my rules. You got to make your own rules. Right? Number 2, stick to one trading strategy. So I have friends who've made a lot of money trading. I was kicking it with, one of my boys is Casper SMC. I was talking to him today. I was texting him today. We were talking about something today, but I do not trade with him. I do not trade the way he trades. And that's okay. Right. And he doesn't trade how I trade. That's okay. Right. My boy Jared, one of my boys, he was trading with Apex. He got paid over $1 million in payouts trading with Apex. Right. And I don't use his strategy. Right. But it's all good. I practice one strategy over and over again. I look for one, I do one strategy in one setup, and I look for that same thing over and over again. And I will wait as long as I need to for that setup to set up. So that, so when I sit down at the chart, I'm willing to take 50 trades that day, and I'm also willing to take 0. I would only trade when my setup's there. But when my setup's there, I will trade. Right. But I just, Bruce Lee said, I'm not afraid of the nigga who did 1,000 kicks 1,000 times. I'm afraid of that motherfucker who practiced the same kick 10,000 times. You want to be that motherfucker. You trade the same, you practice the same kick 10,000 times, man. That's what that's what I do, right? Then you get good at that kick. Now, that doesn't mean I don't know other setups. That doesn't mean I don't know other strategies. Like sometimes I'll be looking at some shit. No, I know what it said. I just wanted to be funny. Sometimes I'll be looking at the chart and I'll be like, oh, this is the trade that Casper would take. Yep. Or like my boy Greg, Young Candlestick. He trades with us, and I have a trading Discord where people can trade with me. And my boy Greg, he trades different than me. And all this week he wasn't on there, and I was like, "Oh, this is what Greg would take if y'all want to trade like Greg." I don't take it, but so I understand other people's shit, but I only trade one strategy, one strategy, one setup, whole thing, and I mastered it. Now, once you got your one instrument and you got your one strategy, what I'm about to tell you right now will probably make you if you do what I'm about to say, you'll probably be better. You'll probably be a better trader than almost everyone you know. All right. And it's this: get at least 100 hours of practice trading your strategy on your instrument at the same time frame. What does that look like? Well, for me, I would go in the NinjaTrader, download historical data from other days, right? And then I would run the market open over and over again on different days and make them random, right? And just run my strategy over and over and over again, over and over again. I would just keep doing it. And I made sure I got 200 hours before I started trading with Apex. 200 hours of trading one strategy on one instrument. Anybody does this, I promise you, you're gonna get better at this shit. You're gonna get better at it because it's a skill. And that doesn't mean that every trade is gonna be a win or everything, but you're gonna be way better. And here's where that comes from. It's hold up. If you ever read a book called Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, that's where he came up with, that's where he talked about something called the 10,000 hour rules. So people who are world-class, like the best in the world at what they do, they have over 10,000 hours of practice doing what they do, right? Here's the thing. That's to be world-class. That's to be one of the best in the world. You don't need to be one of the best in the world at most things. You just need to be decent. And there's a lot of other books on this topic too. There's of course, there's Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. There's another great book called The Talent Code, and there's another one called Talent is Overrated. And they all basically say the same thing. 10,000 hours makes you an expert. But do you need to be an expert to make money in the market? You probably don't need to be an expert, right? So I came up with something called the skill acquisition matrix. This is based off a lot of reading and studying, right? So first skill, 100 hours makes you like not bad. Right? You don't suck. You're not amazing. This is anything. You're not amazing, but you're not bad either. When I say not bad, that doesn't mean you're good. It just means you're not bad. Right? 100 hours. That seems to be the mark. And if any of you ever played the instrument, you know, if you practice your instrument an hour a day for like 3 months, which is close to 100 days, right? Close to it, you'll be not bad. Like you don't suck. Like people won't make fun of you. Like they won't laugh at you. Right? If you do it, you're not bad, right? Now, 1,000 hours, that makes you good. 1,000 hours makes you good. 2,000 hours makes you really good. Really good. Like women see you do this thing, whatever it is, they start crying between their legs, right? You're that good. 5,000 hours, now you're amazing. Like you're so amazing that people start to not believe it. You know, they say it's fake. You know, they say it's weird. Like it starts to get in the realm of unbelievable. 10,000 hours, you're one of the best in the world. 20,000 hours, you're one of the best ever. One of the best ever. Like you might get a statue or some shit. They might name a high school after you, right? Depending on what you're doing, right? And here, you can get good at anything with enough time. So let's just go 100 hours. 100 hours. You practice an hour a day. You can be good in 3 months, right? 2 hours a day. You can be good in around 2 months. 3 hours a day, you can be good not bad in a month. 4 hours a day, you can be like not bad in 1 month, and like just under a month, right? You get what I'm saying? Like this. Now we can go. I'll show you the other ones, but all I want you to pay attention to is the first one, right? If you just start paying attention get you that 100 hours, so you're not bad at one strategy on one instrument, one setup, and only practice that thing. Because if you're practicing a bunch of shit, then this shit gets spread out. But these is concentrated hours. If you want to know how these other ones work, you just take a screenshot of this. But all I care about is you getting this 100 hours, that first 100 hours of practice before you start trading with your own money, right? Before you start trading with a prop firm, right? Because you're gonna be blowing evals and shit. You know, now it might make sense to still get your evaluation account because then you can have access to the historical data. Like I don't think you can get access to NinjaTrader's historical data unless you have an account that's activated. And easy way to do that is with a prop firm. I use Apex, but you can do it with anyone. There's a code down below if you want. You know, you can get your discount. Use my code. Use my code, man. I'm the one teaching you shit. All right. But yeah, get yourself 100 hours, man. Because this shit is not, it's not easy, but it's not difficult either. It's not the most difficult shit in the world. It's like, if you learn to play an instrument or something like that, then that's harder than trading. Like, honestly, I think I play guitar, piano. I played drums in high school. Learning those instruments was more difficult than making this 50 grand I made last month, like straight up. But it's like, I just put in the hours, and this is boring though. It's boring putting in those hours. Now, here's the thing. Somebody's thinking of typing right now. Yeah, man, but simulating trading is not the same as, because of emotions. You're 100%. Your emotions are going to be different when you're trading with money, with your money, or when you're trading with an eval account. And it's going to be in a performance account is different than trading with an eval account. Like, emotionally, it feels different, right? But you need to practice, because if you practice enough, it'll help with the emotions. Like, yeah, playing basketball in the NBA finals, I'm sure that's more nerve-wracking than shooting free throws alone in the gym. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't practice. Like, Steph Curry still practices, even though it's not the same as the championship game, right? LeBron James still practices, even though it's not the same as Game 7. Like, you got to practice. Kobe still practiced, even though it wasn't the same as, going for the gold medal in the Olympics, right? He still fucking practiced. And I don't understand why more trainers don't talk about practice. Maybe they do. I don't watch other people's trading shit because I have one channel. Because I have one strategy. I don't need to watch other people's shit. I just watch, I just do what I do, keep my head down, right? But maybe they do talk about practicing. But I haven't heard enough people talk about it. Like, practice this shit, right? The next rule. So first, so we talk, okay, one instrument, one strategy, right? Get at least that's the minimum. You can get more if you want. I did 200 hours before I even traded with my evals. I did 200 hours of practice, right? But you need at least 100 hours. Number 4, start meditating. I know, man. I know that might sound fruity, right? But I've been meditating for over 15 years. I meditate twice a day, 2 15-minute sessions, right? And I've been doing it for 2 years. And here's how it's going to help you with trading. So I'm going to show you a study. It's from the Cleveland Clinic, right? And what they said was after 8 weeks, oh, no, I've been doing it I've been meditating for 15 years. Meditating 15 years, 2 sessions a day, 2 15-minute sessions a day, all right? 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. And here's why, right? So I'm going to show you a study right now. After 8 weeks of meditating, people said they were more they had a significant decrease in stress, right? And way less anxiety, right? Because here's the thing, when you're trading and you're looking at that chart, you in a trade, it can be a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety, right? And you want to decrease that as much as possible, right? Because your emotions will fuck with you when you're trading, right? So here, let me show you the study. These motherfuckers did some sort of accept the cookies. These motherfuckers did some sort of web-based trading, but it helps manage stress, right? But that's just one study. I'm about to really blow your mind. Here's another study. Where is this? Who did this study? Yeah, I just want to read. Okay, so this study showed that meditation actually changed your brain, right? So it decreased activity in your amygdala. This is your brain's fight or flight center. This is the part of your brain that makes you a motherfucking spaz, that has you like tripping and shit, acting crazy, spazzing out, sweating, nervous and shit. All right. And it increased the density of it. Is that what it is? This one? Oh, and it increased activity in your prefrontal cortex. That's where logic comes from, right? So this study shows that if you, I'll put it up. So here's a study. psychological benefits of mindfulness meditation and emotional regularization, right? You can read the whole study on your own, right? But it just showed it actually changed your brain structure. It changed the part of your brain, the amygdala, that made you more of a spaz, and it increased the part of your brain that made you more logical, right? Even if you're not trading, you should do this every day, right? Here's another study. It's an 8-week study. This study showed that 8 weeks of meditation, just mere 8 weeks of meditation, shrink participants' amygdala. There's another one right here. Boom. Mindfulness meditation, smaller amygdala. Remember, that's the spaz center. This is what makes you a motherfucking spaz. I'm telling you, if you're more logical and calmer, does it make sense to be more logical and calmer will make you a better trader? Yeah. That's what meditation would do. And I'm gonna give you one more study just so we don't. It's for good measure. This is another study. So daily meditation enhanced attention, memory, mood, and emotional regulation in people who are not experienced. So this after like this is another 8-week study, right? So the thing about meditation, it doesn't. Some people say, "Man, I meditated, I didn't feel anything." Well, yeah, that's because it's not like. Because it's more like lifting weights. Like if you lift weights today, you're not gonna be motherfucking Schwarzenegger tomorrow, right? It's you gotta do it over a while. It's like a muscle. It's like working a muscle, like exercise. Like it's gradual over time. So if you meditate today, the results will be negligible, right? But the study show 8 weeks is when the results really start to show. 8 weeks of consistent meditation, right? So you do these 8 weeks meditation while you're getting your 100 hours of fucking practice, then you'll be calmer, right? It'll change the game for you. Number 5, always follow your rules. Whatever your rules are. I'm not saying you got to have your rules, your trading rules, right? Whatever setup you have, I only enter here, I keep my stop loss here, and take profit there. Whatever your rules are, always follow. Because like I said before, the problem with breaking your rules is if you actually win the trade, you train yourself not to follow your rules. And that's a big problem. That's a big problem. And it's happened to me. I have this one rule that one of my rules, I meant to say this in another video, but I didn't. One of my rules is I don't trade the first 2-minute candle. And the reason I don't is because anything can happen. It gets real wacky. That's where a lot of standing orders are. And it gets crazy on that first 2-minute candle. So I don't trade the first 2-minute candle. But what happened was, for whatever reason, I broke that rule a few times and I won. So now it just wasn't a rule anymore. But then I broke it again. And I fucking almost blew my account once, man, because this shit went way too out of hand. Right? So now it's back to, you solidified the rule. Never trade a 2-minute candle. That might not be your rule. I'm not saying you got to follow that rule, right? Whatever your rules are, you got to follow them. Always follow them. Don't break it for nothing. And it can be weird because it's like, you could think, man, I want to do this, but it's against my rules. And then you can see that, that would have worked out. Nah, man, it's still better to follow your rules. It's still better to follow your rules, man, because you don't want to train yourself not to follow your rules. You don't want to train yourself to break your rules. All right. Number 6, journal your trades. Just see what worked and what didn't. And this is how how I came up with a lot of my rules, especially during that 200 hours. I would see some patterns like, okay, when this happens, okay, this worked well, this didn't. I even journaled like the practice, and that's how I developed a lot of my rules. And you learn a lot. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about your strategy. It gives you more confidence in your strategy, or it doesn't. Or you say, "Oh, this strategy don't work." Right after you get enough, after you get a sample size that's statistically relevant, you're like, okay, this makes a lot of sense. But you need to journal the trades. You learn a lot about your strategy, and you learn a lot about yourself too. Right? Write down how you felt. If you fucking made a panic move, write that down. Try to get to the root of it. Maybe that's something you need to work on. The thing about trading is you'll learn a lot about this. Trading will teach you a lot about yourself. A lot of things about yourself you didn't know. Anybody who's been trading for a significant amount of time can attest to this. You are going to learn a lot of shit about yourself that you did not know. You need to write that down. You need that motherfucking data. Now, one thing you can do, this is what I do. I have a trade journal where I mark everything, but I open up ChatGPT. I have a chat in ChatGPT where I just speak my journal. I speak what happened, right? And then every once in a while, you can be like, "Hey, man, summarize this week of trading." So I'll be like, "Yo, July 31st, this happened. I did this, blah, blah, blah." And I'm just kind of talking to it. And then I tell them I'm doing, and then I say, "Yo, summarize that for me." Right? Then I can say, "Yo, summarize this week. Tell me what I did bad. What patterns did you notice?" Right? Or you go to a month of trading. Hey, go back to the month of August. Tell me what I did right and what I did wrong and what I need to work on for next month. Right? You can have ChatGPT analyze your journal. It's kind of cool. Now we got AI. When I first started trading, we didn't have AI. We didn't have AI when I started trading, man. Right? And so that's number 6. No, that's number 6. Use AI to help you trade. No, use AI to help you journal your trades. So you can, yeah, I like that. And then number 7, this is really important. Follow a trading routine. So I have a few things I need to do every morning before I trade. There's a few things I need to do. I need to make sure that the room I'm in is straightened up. It's not clean, right? But it's got to be straight. It can't be shit on the floor. It can't be like looking wild in there. My version of wild. It still might look wild to you, but I need to be comfortable in there. I need to have already showered and did a little work and did some cardio. I trade better, according to my journal. I trade better on an empty stomach, or I trade better if I haven't eaten close to it, according to my AI journal. And I need to have something for me because of my strategy. I might have to wait a long time for my setup. So a lot of times I'll have ESPN on while I'm watching. I have Sports Center on, like I in the background on another screen, waiting for my setup. Or I'll play my guitar so I'm not bored. Because a lot of times people will trade. If you traded before, you've done this. I know you've done this. You took a trade just because you were bored. You were just bored, and you took a trade. You started looking for shit, making up setups, right? So I'll play my guitar. I'll have ESPN on. Now I have a Discord. I have a Discord trading group where it's like I started reading the chats, talking to the guys in there because I'm sharing my screen, showing them everything. So that actually made me a better trader, having someone to talk to, right? But you got to. I just know I have to have a setup. If I don't get enough sleep, I won't trade. If I was up too late the night before, I won't trade. It's like if my routine is off in any way, I won't trade. And that comes from my journal. I had to learn that from my journal because I would look at some like big red days. And then I remember I asked, I went to my trading chat and I was like, "Yo, what are some of the patterns you noticed on my red days?" And said, "Yeah, man." One of them said, "Oh, you stayed up too late the night before. You didn't get enough sleep." And I'm like, yeah, my mind wasn't right. Okay. So if for whatever reason I don't sleep, if something happens or I just can't sleep, I can't get my 7 hours of sleep, then I just won't trade that day. It's all good. Hey man, I just won't. I rather because if you don't trade today, guess what? You broke even, and a break even day is better than a red day. You know, I'd much rather have a break even day than a red day, right? So follow a routine, and if it gets broken for any reason, hey man, you ain't got to trade that day. You don't have to trade every day. Don't force it. Don't force it. Hey guys, if you want to learn more about my strategy, how I trade with funded accounts, so I don't even have to use my own money. I'm doing a live training August 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll break down the whole thing, and I'll sit there. I'll answer all your questions. Like we did this before. It was a lot of fun, and I stayed on. I answered everyone's questions. Hit the link in the description. Sign up for that. All right. Are there any super chats? Because we got to get out of here soon. I can't stay up that late because I got to trade in the morning. And if I fuck up my routine, I can't trade.
Well, you did this to yourself. But we got
what you want to do?
Marquez says Brandon Carter and YCS helped me grow my portfolio.
Hey, shout out to you.
It's not a super chat, but it relates. And then we got Indy. He says, I made 150 from the ghost of Greg this morning in victory trades.
Yeah, because I was calling out Greg's trades. I know his setup. I've traded enough with him that I know what kind of trades he likes to take. And I was like, oh, here's the ghost. This is the ghost of Greg. The ghost of Greg would go in right here. Ghost of Greg, and then Indy. Yo, what up, Indy? He definitely took the ghost of Greg's trade.
All right, our super chat is from Ketosis Makes the Hose Drip.
What up, homie?
Just started dental school. Wanted to say thank you for all the game. I'm in elite shape. Any advice to not neglect my health as I get busier? Been using my calendar. Just wanted your take. Calendar's
the number one. So shout out to you and congratulations on making it in dental school, man. That's what's up. And then that'll be in that mouth. What I would do is, okay, if you don't have a gym in your building, or even if you don't have a gym where you live, buy some of those adjustable dumbbells. Not the kind you got to screw on and off. It's poor boy shit, right? Like I'm like get the Bowflex ones that you could just turn and adjustable dumbbells, bench press, and a pull-up bar. Every man above the poverty bar should have a pull-up. So you're gonna have not a bench press. You're gonna have a exercise bench, adjustable dumbbells. Because if you get too busy to go to the gym, then if you look at your calendar, like, man, today's a busy day. I don't think I have time to go to the gym. Can you find 30, 20 minutes to bust out a dumbbell pull-up workout at the crib? You can do a full body workout especially if you get the heavy ones, because Bowflex they're more expensive, but they make a pair that go to 100. Each one goes to 100. Well, you normally see the one to go to 50. You get the ones that go to 100. Shit, man. You work legs with that. Get fucking split squats with those. You got lower body. You can do everything with them. So I used to keep that in my crib in New York. And if, sometimes I want to go to the gym, or I couldn't go to the gym. I just did that there. And I because the crib I lived in New York, there was no gym in the building. So I built one in my living. The first time my girl came over, tell when you first came over, what did you see in my New York crib? You remember?
That shit was a mess. You walk in, it's a whole gym setup. You had no living room.
I said, fuck a living room. I turned it into a gym. Tell them about it.
You brought the gym to you. Not to mention, you had that whole, what is that called?
I had a sauna in there.
Oh, no, that part, I was going to get to that part. You had the machine, and then you had like a door in the middle.
I had a squat rack in there.
Yes. No, you had multiple machines. And then you had the office in the middle, and then you had a sauna.
Yeah.
She was fire. Sauna, where I'm assuming that's like maybe where the dining room was supposed to be.
That's where it was supposed to be.
I remember I asked to use the bathroom, and that shit didn't have no toilet seats. I was like, yeah, I'm out of here.
That was deliberate, because I ain't want no girls to think that this was a place they can move in or stay. That was deliberate. But then, I was like, baby, I'll get a new place with mad toilet seats for you. Now look how many toilet seats we got now, baby. Once I found the right girl.
It was legit a man cave. Like you did not leave your
I'm a
house.
man.
You had your office in your house. You had the gym in your house. You had the sauna, your recovery in the house.
Yeah.
And I just
It was
Uber Eats
lit.
all the time.
Yeah. You remember the first time we ate Uber Eats together in my crib?
And then you had like the recording studio in your bedroom.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
You remember the first time we ate Uber Eats in my crib?
This ain't about us. This is about
Do you remember, baby? Do you remember? Do you remember?
Yes.
Now it's about us. It's about, where did we eat that? Where did we eat that?
Why? Nima, I apologize because
Hey,
you're in
baby,
the same
baby.
room as him.
Where did we eat it? Where in the house did we eat it? Do you remember?
Where?
Yeah.
On the bench.
On what bench?
The workout bench.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. You motherfuckers ain't out here. You ain't really about that life until you had a girl over and you order Uber Eats and feed her off the off the workout bench. Niggas ain't getting down like that. So you had a baddie in the crib and you put the food on the workout bench and told her gobble up. Look at us now. We got tables now, baby. Hey, listen, because of you, baby, I got a table. I got a kitchen table. Listen, I'm nothing without you. If it wasn't for you, I still be eating off a workout bench right now with a sauna in the living room.
I believe that. I'm gonna get back to cooking this ribeye as you finish up the podcast.
We ain't even got to get Uber Eats because you in there cooking the. Let's give my girl a round of applause. Queen Plantain. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So get some workout equipment at the crib, and that way, like when the days you don't have time, you can work out at the crib. Sure. Like I still got some shit here. Like I got some shit here. I got sometimes I have to work out with my X3. I can just go downstairs. It's never nowhere I can't go downstairs to the gym. But I do have a pull-up bar. And sometimes I just knock out some reps. You know. All right, guys. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right. But next week, if you haven't registered already, register for you want to learn how to trade. You want to try to trade like me and the homies. You know, start trading with other people's money instead of your own. Let's hit the link in the description. Show up for the class. It's gonna be dope. All right.